Hey everybody. So in this problem, we are going to be talking about solving polynomials. Now, normally anytime it says solve a polynomial, what the question is asking for is what are the solutions to this polynomial? So when we think solutions, we are thinking x-intercepts. So we want to know where this function crosses the x-axis. Well, just looking at it here, this is going to be pretty hard to do just thinking about it. It'd be really nice if we had a picture of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the calculator and we're going to type in this polynomial. Okay, so here is our polynomial that we have typed in, and we can now look at the graph and we can see the x-intercepts. Now, this one here may be a little bit difficult to know exactly what it is, whether it's 1.9 or 2.1, something like that. So what we want to do is come over here and hit second graph, and then this is going to bring up our table. So we can see here that we actually have two zeros. We have a 0 at positive 2, and we have a 0 at 5. This is going to help us find the remaining 0. Because we know, based on the fundamental theorem of algebra, this has to have 3 solutions. And we already know 2 of them. So we know that we have 2 zeros. One 0 is x equals 2, and another is x equals 5. What we're going to do with these zeros is use synthetic substitution to find the remaining factor. So here, this root is at 2. So we're going to evaluate here at 2. So remember, with synthetic substitution, we're only using the coefficients. So we have 2, negative 17, 41, and negative 30. First term always comes down. Here we're multiplying. 2 times 2 is 4. Here we're adding. We'll add again. So after doing synthetic substitution, we know that when you evaluate at 2, you get a remainder of 0. This means 2 is a root. So we have proven that 2 is a root both using the calculator and by doing this algebraically. So this here is going to be a remaining factor. So here's what I mean when I say that. If I wrote down x minus 2 as a factor, remember this is a root, so the factor you have to change the sign. The remaining factor would be this. This would be my x squared, my x, and my constant. So this would be 2x squared minus 13x plus 15. Now I can use these coefficients and use synthetic substitution again, and I can plug in 5 this time. So here, if I come down here and I plug in 5, and my coefficients are 2, negative 13, and 15, we'll see what our remainder, we know the remainder is going to be 0, but the remaining numbers will tell us our remaining factor. So the 2 comes down, this gives us 10, negative 3, and here this gives us negative 15. So this would be my x term here. Let me use a different color. This would be my x term and my constant. So if I wrote this out as factors, I have x minus 2, x minus 5 times 2x minus 3. So now in order to find all the solutions, I can set all of my factors equal to 0. So here I have x minus 2 equals 0, x minus 5 equals 0, and I have 2x minus 3 equals 0. So I have a root at 2, a root at 5, and I have another root at 3 over 2, 3/2. So these are going to be all of my solutions. So I have solved the polynomial. All right, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'll see you all in the next video.